Right now, Cleveland County deputies are investigating after uncovering an unsanctioned drug and alcohol rehab center. I'm Maddie Crawford. What social media reveals about the potential group running the center coming up.
Plus, a longtime barber shop loses its phone number for about 2 weeks. I'm Kylie Dudman. Why they say it was important for them to get it back.
Good morning and Merry Christmas. I'm meteorologist Megan Gold. The skies are clear, our temperatures are warm, and guess what? Today will be another record-breaking temperature day across the state of Oklahoma. More on your Christmas forecast. It's coming up.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Well, we want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. It is Christmas morning. I'm Maddie Crawford.
And I'm Kylie Dudman. Thank you so much for waking up with us on this Christmas day. And of course, every day here at News 9 this morning, we are very grateful for all of y'all. And whether you're waking up because your kiddos are just now getting up, or maybe you're trying to finish some last minute wrapping, thank y'all so much for being here this morning.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun planned this morning. There's always a lot of fun happening in the Bob Mills Weather Center where we find our very own Megan Gold. Merry Christmas, Megan.
Merry Christmas, guys. Happy to be with you this morning. A big Merry Christmas to all of you at home. Hope you're celebrating with your loved ones, your friends, your family. Your Christmas Eve, it was a warm one. We had temperatures in several spots that were actually in the upper 60s. There were spots up in northern Oklahoma, a little more isolated, but generally mid to upper 70s and low 80s. 77 was our official high in Oklahoma City, and that goes down in the books as the third warmest Christmas Eve on record here in OKC. So it wasn't the all-time record, but today will be an all-time record type of day. The hottest high we've ever had on Christmas Day, 73 degrees, and I'm forecasting a very warm 78. Here is the live look from our Lucky Star Skycam network. We got some red and green down near the, the Omni, the Paycom Center. We've also got some blue on the Devon Tower this morning, the clear skies, and a warm 58 degrees. This morning may actually be a record warm low. So record in the morning, record in the afternoon. Low to mid to upper 50s back to the west. We've got 60s off to the east and a few spots in the north and the west in the 40s with winds that are breezy to gusty dependent upon your location. We do have dense fog advisories in effect. We'll take a look at those visibilities and talk more about afternoon highs and our next cold front coming up.
We do want to give you an update to breaking news. Oklahoma City police say 4 people are taken to the hospital after a crash in northwest OKC. We brought you this around 4 o'clock this morning. This was the scene near Northwest 36th in Portland. Officers say one of the cars involved ran a red light leading to the crash. Police say the people injured had minor injuries. No names have been released. And one person is injured in an overnight rollover in northeast Oklahoma City. This was a scene on I-40 near I-35 just before midnight after troopers say 26-year-old Jada Berry rolled 2 times. OHP says Berry was driving under the influence in the eastbound lanes of I-40 when she left the roadway and rolled. Berry was injured in the crash. Her condition has not yet been released. Troopers say no one else was in the car.
And new this morning, 4 people are injured after a crash on the Kilpatrick Turnpike. The Oklahoma High Patrol says 30-year-old Jayla Gross was driving on the turnpike near Penn yesterday morning when she lost control and left the roadway. Troopers say the car then traveled about 60 feet before coming to the rest on the south edge of the eastbound off-ramp to Penn. Now, everyone in the car was wearing seatbelts, and troopers say the crash is under investigation this morning.
Oklahoma City police are looking for the driver of a semi-truck accused of hitting a man in a wheelchair in northeast OKC. This happened around 7 last night near northeast 23rd and MLK. Police say the man had the right-of-way when he was hit by the truck. The semi did not have its trailer attached to it. Officers say the driver drove off after hitting the man and has not been found this morning. The man is expected to be okay.
The Oklahoma High Patrol is issuing a warning to drivers this Christmas. Don't waste your Christmas cash on speeding tickets. Take a listen to this. Yesterday, troopers caught at least 3 motorists doing more than 100 miles an hour. Now, all of the drivers were gifted heavy citations, with one of them receiving a $450 speeding ticket for doing a 131 in a 75. Well, time now is 6:05. Let's go ahead and get a check of your morning traffic for anybody driving out the roads this morning, traveling from parents' house, grandparents' house, wherever that may be. Here is a live look from our news tracker, Joey Mitchell. He is on I-44 westbound near the Belle Isle Bridge. We have one car out the road this morning. Roadways have been pretty clear, just a couple of wrecks here and there, but nothing serious. So again, if you're going to be driving this Christmas morning or Christmas Day, just take it nice and slow. And we are continuing to follow a developing story in Cleveland County where deputies uncovered an unsanctioned rehab center for drugs and alcohol after responding to a reported kidnapping.
They tell us 40 people were inside. Many of them felt like they couldn't leave. News 9's Matt McCabe has more about the house and the group's history.
A strange call on Tuesday brought a big police response to this rural property in Lexington. A day later, signs at the edge of the property send a clear message, and the people seen walking around declined to speak directly with News 9. But these words painted on the side of a bus, Nueva Vida, are a clue. A nonprofit is registered through Oklahoma's Secretary of State to this same address under the name Anexo Nueva Vida Oklahoma Institute. Well, we aggressively tried to speak with the people at the home about the allegations made by the sheriff's office. Only its online presence is left to speak. A search for the group on Facebook returns a page for what appears to be a sister organization in Tulsa. That page has several posts tagged to a location in Lexington, which it describes as Annex Number 3. Its social media describes itself as an Alcoholics Anonymous group for Spanish speakers with what appears to be multiple chapters, but calls and emails to the contacts listed online were not returned. In Lexington, Matt McCabe, Oklahoma's own News 9.
The sheriff's office says 11 people who initially believed they could not leave the property ultimately left. We're still trying to learn specifics about what those people were told about this AA group and if they lived at the property or were only visiting.
Yeah, Addie, and at last check, no arrests have been made. The sheriff's office isn't answering many of our questions, telling us their priority is to ensure the safety of all possible victims before sharing additional information. Now, this is a developing story, so stay with News 9 as more information becomes available.
Well, in a world where people rely on technology as a way of doing business, a disconnected phone number caused one metro establishment to lose money. The new owner of Lakeside Barber Shop says his customers reach the shop that way. News 9's Stephanie Minichi has details.
For about 2 weeks, the new owner says he had a back and forth with Cox on a phone number dating back decades. It's a sound new owner of Lakeside Barbershop near Northwest Grand in May in Oklahoma City, Kevin Reiser, is glad to hear.
Lakeside Barbershop.
After buying the business a month ago, he says Cox told him to set up a new account. He set it up, a box was sent, and he says everything was fine for a few weeks.
And then overnight, our phone just stopped working.
Reiser says Cox told him the number would stay the same.
I felt initially like it was something that would be resolved within a day or two. I thought if they can take the number away overnight, then they can give it back to us overnight.
It was something that Reiser says went on for 2 weeks. He communicated through text messages with a Cox rep. He says he called around to different locations and went to some stores. Reiser adds he even reached out to a distant relative who used to work for the company.
I was trying everything.
For a business like a barbershop, Reiser says the landline is their lifeline. He adds many customers may not be tech savvy, a little older, or just prefer calling for an appointment. Much of their traffic is through walk-ins.
So it's important for customers to be able to call and say, hey, how long is the wait right now? Or can you guys fit me in before you close? That type of thing.
Reiser says he's not sure how much money they lost, but he's grateful the phone is back on in time for the holidays. He says for them, the landline is their lifeline. The barbershop has been around for 72 years, and the number goes back decades. Reiser says he also wants to preserve that part of the shop's legacy. Stephanie Minichi, Oklahoma's own News 9.
The phone line was reinstated Monday. The owner says a years-old unpaid balance from an old account caused all of the confusion.
Well, happening this afternoon, a city rescue mission is hosting its annual Christmas banquet and meal today. The banquet is part of City Rescue Mission's efforts to help those facing homelessness in the community. The meal will be served at noon at City Rescue Mission near Chartel and California.
City Rescue Mission. I just love what they do. It's one of my favorite places here in the metro. I know a lot of people are going to be having some good meals here on Christmas. You got any good plans?
Oh, I'll be going to my fiance's family. This is the first time in 26 years I won't be with my mom, so it's a little sad, but I'm excited to be with my fiance, his family, and learn all about their traditions that they do. And it'll be interesting because normally it's like a hot meal for Christmas up in Kansas, but the whole kind of world right now is a little bit warm right now, Megan.
Yes.
Maybe it's more of like a cold meal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sandwiches instead of chili.
Yeah, a salad for Christmas.
Yeah.
Whatever you got going on. We hope it's something great. New traditions are always fun. We're so happy you're waking up early with us here on News 9. We do have some dense fog advisories in effect down in southern Oklahoma, also up to the north as well. But here in Oklahoma City, our visibilities are just fine. It is humid and it's a very warm start to the day, but it's down to the south where we do have some fog that has developed. Surprise, surprise, today is another record-breaking temperature day. We'll talk about how warm we get and when our next cold front hits. 30s and 40s. We'll talk about it. It's coming up.
And still ahead, a task force at the state capitol has finalized a plan for specialized business courts. What's next as the governor and state legislature review the proposal? That's coming up next in our next half hour. Well, time now is 6:14 on this Thursday, Christmas morning. One of my favorite things about Christmas is all the traditions that families get to be a part of and do. What are some of y'all's traditions that y'all do?
Well, every week, or not every week. I wish
every
it was
week is
every week.
Christmas, yeah.
Not every week, every Christmas, rather. My family, we play a big white elephant or dirty Santa.
Oh, fun.
And, you know, I feel like I always just steal my own present because I always get what I want.
What you got. Okay.
And then I'll just go home with what I want. I'm like, yeah, I liked my present. I didn't get stuck with anything bad because I just get whatever I brought.
You just
That's
got
amazing.
yours?
Yeah.
That's amazing. We're just simple. I mean, now I don't live with my parents anymore, and so go over to their house after work, and you know, we'll open presents and spend time together. My mom always makes this quiche. It's kind of been like a long-standing recipe in her family, so just happy to be with them. You know,
sweet.
and Jenna will be there.
Yeah, I usually make Christmas cookies with my mom every Christmas Eve.
Oh, yum.
Of course, I had to go to sleep at like 6:30 last night, so I didn't get to do that. But my mom did make sugar cookies, and she's gonna bring them for the 9, and we're gonna decorate them.
Excited.
My stomach's
excited.
growling already.
Yeah, and Santa might be there too to eat some of the cookies.
So if you got kiddos that want to see Santa,
He's gonna be
Yeah.
here.
yeah, after delivering all those presents.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got more precious pictures to show you. These two cuties, check them out. Miles and Mason from Edmond sent in from their grandma Joan. Just so very cute. Love these. These are memories for life. Love them, love them, love them. I think big brother is Mason there on the right, and he kind of got a solo picture with Santa. Speaking of Santa, Santa is done delivering presents. He is up in the North Pole, but I did hear, as you guys mentioned, that he's actually making a special trip back to Oklahoma, maybe here to downtown Oklahoma City, to the News 9 studio coming up here at 9 a.m. So if you've got little ones that want to see Santa, we would love for you to join us. And thankfully the weather here at home, except out on the West Coast, was pretty quiet. Big impactful storm system out of portions of, that's portions of California, really, and Nevada, where we've had widespread rain. So Rudolph's nose was definitely needed to guide Santa through that. But here at home, clear skies, winds were a little breezy, but as he was delivering presents here at home, things are great. I will tell you, fog is a big issue this morning for a big part of the country, mainly up into portions of Kansas, Nebraska to Missouri, and then down along the Gulf Coast. Just a whole lot of moisture at play here, and temperatures. We've been watching this over the past several days because of how warm our morning temps have been. We're 58 in Oklahoma City, so we're actually just a degree cooler than Dallas. Houston is 66. Panama City is 52, so we're warmer than Panama City, still cooler than Orlando at 61. Phoenix is 63, and Vegas is 57. The cold air up in Bismarck and Minneapolis. As we go through today, tomorrow, your Saturday, the warm and the dry continues, but we are tracking our next big cold shot, and that comes in this weekend. So your Saturday's a warm day. Sunday is kind of a transition day. Depending on the timing of the front will determine how cold our temperatures are in the morning. But right now, it looks like when you wake up early Sunday morning, temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. And as the cold front comes blasting through, by the late afternoon and into the evening, we're into the 30s. There's also a slight chance that we see a few showers. It does not look like plentiful moisture at all. But at this point, We won't complain. We'll take whatever we can get, right? And then temperatures quickly rebound. So it's essentially a 2-day cold shot, which is kind of the pattern that we've been in. We get these cold shots and we quickly rebound. We warm up as we start the new year with another ridge developing, and then also watching the chance for another little storm to come in from the north, maybe our next cold front, but that's still a ways away and that is not locked in. So the cold front comes in on Sunday. Here is the live look from our Lucky Stars Skycam network, the Broadway extension. A couple folks out and about, maybe traveling to Grandma's house early this morning. 58 is our temperature. We've been talking about how warm our afternoons are and that they are record afternoon highs. Something we don't talk about all too often is our morning temperatures, and there are actual records for those on how warm or how cold your morning temperatures are. The record morning temperature is 49 degrees, so we are well above that. So I think we have a record warm morning temperature and a record warm afternoon temperature. Kind of confusing, but essentially records all around. Across the metro right now, 58 in El Reno, 59 down in Norman, 60 in Midwest City. Over to Byers, it's 59. Up the Turner Turnpike to Bristow, it's 59. Hinton is 55. Clinton is 50 degrees. We've got a few 30s and 40s sprinkled in, but generally we're in the low to mid to upper 50s and low 60s. Big time warmth here on your Christmas morning. Winds are breezy out of the south-southwest at about 10 to 15 to 20 miles per hour. And as we go through the day, winds will only increase, especially once the sun comes up. Dense fog advisories are still in effect down across southern Oklahoma, also up across northern Oklahoma, and especially up I-35 into Kansas, and even north from there up into Nebraska over to Missouri. So we got a lot of moisture around and visibility really reduced. So heads up if you are traveling northbound. Here at home in Oklahoma City, visibility is just fine. Back to the west, up to the northwest. But Lawton's kind of been the bullseye this morning. Elgin, Apache, Lawton, Geronimo, Walters down to Frederick, where visibility is down to about a quarter to a half of a mile. This afternoon, we are right back to where we were yesterday, upper 70s and low 80s. And the record is 73 degrees. So I think we shatter that one. We've got the winds. It'll be gusty, 25 to even 30, 35 miles per hour, and that is through the day today. Overnight tonight, we'll still have a breezy wind, which means our temperatures are very warm. Upper 40s, low to mid 50s, and more 60s down to the south under clear skies. Now tomorrow, we get a weak boundary that comes in. It's really just a wind shift, so temperatures will be a little cooler to the north of I-40 than what they are today, but the record is 76 here in Oklahoma City, forecasting 77. So there's a chance that we break a record another time, which is tomorrow. Your Saturday, very warm as well. Cold front comes in on Sunday, and your Monday is a cold day. We're back in the 70s by next Friday.
All right, your time now is 6:20 on Christmas morning. We're going to take a look at your morning traffic. This is a live look from our news tracker, Joey Mitchell. Merry Christmas to Joey. He's in the northbound lanes of I-35 this morning, going towards Edmond. Not too many cars on the roadway, so maybe people are just kind of waking up, opening presents, but so far this morning, everything's looking good on I-35 northbound. But wherever
Christmas music going on.
Yeah, I know. It really adds to the effect.
Joey, are you jamming out in there?
That's what he's listening to, of course.
Yeah.
Wherever you're watching from this morning, the News 9 morning team wants to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you for choosing us to start your holiday and starting with us every morning. Here's a message from us to you.
From our family to yours,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Oklahoma. The holiday season is one of my favorite times of year. Being surrounded by family, friends, loved ones, laughter filling the homes, and of course, the reason for the season. I am so excited to be spending this holiday season with my fiance and his family and getting to learn all about the amazing traditions that they do. I am wishing everybody, and so is Boyd, a very joyful and blessed Christmas.
Merry Christmas! From the Swopes, we hope you have a very Merry Christmas today. We are so very blessed to have our family and our health, and we wish you a very happy new year. And again, very grateful to everyone at the News 9 studios holding down the fort. Merry Christmas.
Good morning, everyone, and a big Merry Christmas to you and your families. Jenna and I are so grateful for each and every one of you watching at home and hope you have a very blessed holiday season with your loved ones.
Good morning and Merry Christmas. I pray that there would be joy and peace in your household this morning, and the time that you spend with family and friends would be magnified in your mind throughout the year. Now, let's read a Christmas carol together, starting at the beginning. Marley was dead to begin with. There is no doubt whatever about that. Old Marley was dead as a doornail.
Hi everyone, Merry Christmas from my family to yours. I hope it's a wonderful holiday season. I hope you're spending it with the ones that you love. Don't forget the reason for the season. And from my family to yours, Merry Christmas and thanks for watching News 9.
Well, I just want to know how Lacie and Colby are doing their mornings because they got little kiddos, so they might have been up at 4 o'clock, didn't even get to sleep in this morning. Well, still ahead, the Oklahoma City Thunder are looking to get back on top today against the San Antonio Spurs. A look at the Thunder's first Christmas game since 2018. After the break, stay with us.
All right, it's time for the outdoor forecast. So we gotta talk to Megan about how it's looking outdoors today on Christmas morning.
Today will be a good day.
Very, very warm. We will have some, and we do have some dense fog down in southern Oklahoma this morning and northern Oklahoma, but really today, essentially a rinse and repeat of what we had yesterday. I do want to tell you that our record morning low is in jeopardy. So that is the warmest morning temperature that we've ever had on Christmas Day. That's 49 degrees back in 1936, and our temperature right now is 58 degrees. There's a good chance that we break the record this morning, and we also break the record this afternoon. Your hour by hour forecast here, we may drop a couple more degrees as we go towards sunrise, and then temperatures warming to a high of 78. We'll talk more here in just a few minutes.
It is 6:31 on your Christmas morning. We're taking a look at the Chickasha cam here in our Lakestar Skycam network. Flag is waving so beautifully this morning. Man, it's 63 degrees out there. Not too many cars, but it's picking up just a little bit from when we saw it, 4 o'clock this morning. And look at that, there's the Devon Ice Rink.
Like a swim rink?
Or the swimming pool, more like right now. But yeah, everything looks great on this Christmas morning. Hope you're having a very Merry Christmas so far. I'm Addie Crawford. We got Kylie Dedman here with us.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for waking up early, or maybe your kiddos woke you up instead of your alarm clock this morning.
Yeah, we want to give you a look at the top stories of the day as you start your Christmas morning. The city of Oklahoma City is reminding residents of its holiday trash and recycling schedule. Today, both services are being moved to this Saturday. Customers who normally get their trash and recycling picked up today are asked to have their carts out no later than 6 o'clock Saturday morning.
And Embark says it will run on a modified schedule today. OKC buses will operate on a weekend schedule, and Norman buses will not run. Rapid will run from 7 to 7 on a reduced 30-minute frequency, and the OKC streetcar will also run on a reduced schedule from 11 to 7.
Very nice. What else is very nice is the weather outside.
Yes, it is.
It was warm yesterday. It felt like the warmest day of the holiday season.
We're breaking records over here, probably.
Yeah, you know who we should talk to?
Megan Gold.
Megan Gold. Megan, we're breaking records.
The one that knows it all, right?
Yes.
We are. So yesterday we didn't actually break a record. We were the third warmest Christmas Eve on record. I'll tell you, when I got off work yesterday, I went outside and I played with my little dachshund, and I was like, this isn't all that bad. It's actually beautiful. I mean, it was windy, it was warm. If you're looking for the Christmas feel, it just wasn't it. But if you're looking to spend time outdoors and not freeze to death, well, you got it. It's very, very warm. Yeah, exactly. George is like, yeah, exactly. Hey, clear skies from our OCCC camera. It is 58 degrees. There is a good chance this morning will go down in the books for our warmest Christmas morning on record. Look how warm temperatures are, especially on the east side of the metro. It's 51 in Weatherford, 56 in Chickasha, 60 in Pauls Valley to Shawnee and Tecumseh. And there are a few isolated 30s and 40s, but we are all generally in the 50s and the 60s. That is above what should be our afternoon highs, just to give you some perspective. Our winds are breezy out of the south-southwest at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. And look at all the fog across the region. Here in Oklahoma, we do have dense fog advisories down in effect across southern Oklahoma. That's where the dense fog has set up from Elgin, really south of Apache, down Highway 62 to Lawton to Geronimo, Walters over to Comanche, Velma, and then back over to Frederick. We'll talk more about the rest of your Christmas day. Also, a cold front coming, dropping highs into the 30s and 40s. You're 9 minutes away, guys.
There's a push at the state capitol to clear out some of the backlog within our county court system. That's the idea behind bringing in business courts, which only handle business disputes and commercial litigation. Our Capitol reporter Haley Hetrick has the details.
The creation of business courts has been in the works for a few years now here at the state capitol, hitting a few roadblocks along the way. That idea is now one step closer to becoming reality.
This committee worked incredibly diligent on a very, very difficult topic.
Taking a closer look at how business courts would operate in the state of Oklahoma.
The amount of hours that were put in by this report, the quality that's put in.
That was the goal of this task force, who just wrapped up their final report.
The long-term goal of business courts in general is to set up a system that works for all of Oklahoma, so cases are decided quickly, decided fairly, and we don't clog up the docket doing other things.
It's chaired by former House Majority Floor Leader John Echols.
When we created the task force, we did a good job of getting lawyers like myself that have tried numerous cases in the state of Oklahoma, having in-house counsel that may have not had any trial experience in the state of Oklahoma, but are used to dealing with business courts inside that task force, and some judges, to make sure we set up a system that works for all of Oklahoma.
The state legislature passed a law to bring business courts to both OKC and Tulsa during the 2025 legislative session. But that law was later blocked by the state Supreme Court, who said it was unconstitutional.
While we had a momentary setback, I still think they're coming down the line.
But after some work from this task force and a new committee created by the Oklahoma Supreme Court to set up future rules for business courts, there is a plan in place to get this done and get it done right.
A unanimous report that brought everyone together that sets up a system that would work for all of Oklahoma.
The governor and legislature will now look at that report and determine next steps. At the Capitol, for Oklahoma Zone, I'm Haley Hetrick.
Oklahoma would become the 26th state to have business courts. For now, these courtrooms would be limited to Tulsa and Oklahoma counties.
Well, the time now is 6:36. Let's go ahead and take a look at your morning traffic. We are taking a live look from our news tracker, Lex Stanfield. He is on the Broadway extension this morning. We're starting to see a little bit more cars on the roadways this morning, but still it is very easy roadways this morning. So if you're going to be traveling this morning or just later today, of course, just take it nice and slow to get to our destination safely. Well, as parents are probably getting woken up by their kiddos, new data shows many parents are sticking to essentials. Holiday sales are slightly higher than last year, with electronics leading, but extras like decorations took a backseat. Economists are calling it an average season as inflation and economic worries make shoppers more selective.
And for some families across the metro, this Christmas marks the first holiday without a loved one. Calm Waters, the only grief support center in central Oklahoma, says it sees an uptick in people needing support around the holidays. The CEO offered tips for navigating this season while dealing with grief and loss. She says all feelings people feel while they're grieving are valid, and finding ways to cope is necessary.
Maybe it's a stocking on the mantle that has notes from all of the other siblings, and they write notes throughout the year and stick them in the stocking, and then you read them on Christmas Day.
We also have tips for dealing with grief on our website, news9.com.
Well, time now is 6:38. Let's switching gears now. An 11-year-old in Wagoneer is spending part of her Christmas season doing something good.
Between school and sports, Aisley Blair decided to turn a small hobby into a way to help someone else this holiday. News 9's Ryan Gillen shares how a simple idea is making a meaningful impact.
I'm picking out pink and orange.
Fifth grader Aisley Blair is doing what she loves, making bracelets.
I like doing neon.
It takes patience to make each accessory.
Especially when you drop it.
But for Aisley, the work is worth it because it will help someone else.
First, she's a girl. She wants bedding, towels, shampoo, soaps, a coat, makeup, hair stuff, jewelry, headphones, tablet, and crafts and painting.
Aisley is raising money to buy Christmas gifts for someone in need.
I got an angel tree.
Aisley's mom made a post on Facebook about her daughter's new bracelet business, and that's when the orders started coming in. So far, she's made more than 50 bracelets and raised $120.
Each one she makes brings her closer to her goal.
I just feel bad for them. They don't have a Christmas.
And for Aisley, that's reason enough to keep making bracelets. Ryan Gillen, Oklahoma Zone, News 9.
And a Metro boy receives a special Christmas gift from the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. James got to meet Lieutenant Mark Southall in Choctaw. Aww. His mom contacted OHP last week to ask if he could meet a trooper, and of course they said yes. She says James dreams of becoming a trooper someday, just like his great uncle. Troopers say Lieutenant Southall gave James an OHP patch and the Chiefs coin. That is just
I'm so
cool.
jealous. Like, that is awesome. Like, that's probably the best Christmas gift. That's what he wanted. And
I mean, you can't buy it at the store.
Absolutely, no,
it's unique.
The
so
Chiefs
cool.
coin. I want a Chiefs coin. I think Megan Gold wants a Chiefs coin too.
I mean,
why not?
It's not on my list, but I wouldn't be mad about it. I don't really know what you guys are talking about. I was thinking about the temperatures. But hey, to get you going out the door this morning, we've got 40s, 50s, and 60s. It's another very warm start to the day. They're clapping. They think I'm so silly. I don't know what's going on. We're 58 degrees here in Oklahoma City, and today will be another record breaker temperature-wise, climbing into the upper 70s, the low 80s. The standing record is 73 degrees. There's a good chance we shatter that record. We'll talk more about your forecast and our next cold front coming in here in just a few minutes.
Maybe you'll want an OHP patch instead, Megan. Well, coming up, the Justice Department says more than 1 million new documents tied to the Jeffrey Epstein case have been uncovered. Plus, a massive Christmas surprise as a Powerball ticket hits for nearly $2 billion. Did you win? Well, we'll have those stories coming up next. Well, time now is 6:44. Rise and shine and Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for starting your morning here with News 9. Whether you're maybe still finishing wrapping some presents or your kiddos came running in, busting down the door, ready to see what Santa brought them. We're so glad that y'all are with us this morning.
Yes,
I'm glad to be with y'all this morning
it's
too.
It's so special, and we had all the Christmas colors going. It's been awesome to be here.
And we've got, what, 6 days until New Year's Eve.
I was like, oh, so another countdown.
I know. I thought about putting it on a countdown map, and I was like, you guys probably can't handle another countdown. Also, we should give a big shout out to our favorite, Colby Thelen.
Oh, yay.
Happy birthday.
Christmas. It's also his birthday. It's so funny because as we've been doing the countdown to Christmas, I've always said it's like the countdown to Colby's birthday too.
Yes.
So,
big happy birthday to Colby.
Yeah, he's awake
miss
this
you.
morning. He's got little boys, so probably starting to open presents and see what Santa brought. And if you're doing that with your kids, we hope you have a really special morning. Sunrise is here in just over about 45 minutes. We've got breezy winds and warm temperatures out the door right now. From our Chickasha camera in the top center, there's the American flag there waving in the wind. It's a south-southwest wind, and out on the eastern horizon, we're starting to see some of those colors as we're breaking daylight, as we like to say around here. Temperatures may drop another degree or two, but this morning is going to go down as one of the warmest Christmas morning on record. Speaking of records, we've been throwing records at you left and right here because of the record-breaking temperatures that we've had. Yesterday, the record was safe. It was 86 degrees set back in 1955. Back in 2021, 78, so we fell just short of that. But we're in third place for the warmest Christmas Eve on record, and then it's kind of a steep drop off into the upper 60s. But I tell you what, this entire week will more than likely be the warmest Christmas week on record. Speaking of, we've been kind of joking amongst our weather team, the white Christmas, what's the percentage of the chance of a white Christmas? And it's 0. I mean, 5% chance on average, but for us here at home, it has literally been 0 because of course, how dry and how warm we have been. Here's the official definition, and a lot of times this kind of surprises people. It's having 1 inch of snow on the ground at 7 o'clock a.m. local time on Christmas Day. So if there's any snow on the ground, even from the day before, you can technically still call it a white Christmas. I think most of us call it a white Christmas when it actually snows on Christmas Day, but that's just all a technicality, right? So this shows you where we've got snow and ice coverage. Of course, you go up into Canada, closer towards the Arctic Circle, you get more of the actual ice coverage. But up into the higher elevations, we've got snow up towards the northwest and then across North Dakota, portions of the kind of northern sides of South Dakota, up to the Midwest and the Northeast New England. And then most of the lower 48 are completely snow-free, as it has been very warm and very dry. Here's what's on the ground right now. Radar estimated several inches over Fargo, Minneapolis, around about, we'll call it half a foot. And then you go up towards the Great Lakes. There are portions, of course, mix in some lake effect snow, and you can get several feet of snow. The higher elevations, we've got actually really Colorado. Some of those higher elevations are very, very dry when it comes to snow coverage right now. So this could be a whole lot more impressive. There are spots, Montana up to Wyoming, where there are numerous feet of snow on the ground. And then up again, New England, the great towards the northeast, we've got spots across New York, Philly, Boston with several inches of snow on the ground there. So lucky for them, a white Christmas for us here at home, and for some of you this morning, it is a foggy start to the day. Look at all the fog advisories from northern Oklahoma up into Kansas, up into Nebraska, and actually portions of the Dakotas, along the Gulf Coast, back down into southwestern Texas there. And just for the kiddos that are up early this morning, Santa's actually back in the North Pole this morning. He's done delivering presents, but I'm hearing that we may have him visit Oklahoma again this morning here at News 9 coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. So you will want to tune in to see that. Here is the live look from our Lucky Star Skycam network, our OCCC camera, 58 degrees. The record morning temperature is 49 degrees. So I think we're going to blow that one out of the water. This will be the warmest Christmas morning on record. It's 56 in Enid, 51 in Weatherford, 60 in Shawnee to Tecumseh and Midwest City, 62 in Tulsa, and 58 in Woodward. Wind speeds at about 10 to 15 with a few gusts to 20 and 25, and dense fog advisories in effect across the south. Look at all the fog up to the north. You go into southern Oklahoma, it's a little spottier, but its visibility is down to about half of a mile, and in spots it's been down to about a quarter of a mile. This afternoon we will climb well above the record of 73 degrees to a high of 78, with 80s out in western Oklahoma and a southwest wind gusting 20 to 25 and even 30 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, skies are clear, winds are breezy, temperatures 40s, 50s, and 60s. And tomorrow we have a weak boundary that comes in, so it gives us a brief north wind. Temperatures across the north will actually be a little cooler than what we have today, and the record 76. We may break that one as well. Same deal for your Saturday, as we've got more 70s headed our way, and the big change comes in on Sunday as a cold front blasts through. Highs fall into the 30s and 40s with single-digit and teen wind chills Monday morning.
Well, if you're going to be driving around later today, it'll be wonderful to have those windows down, that sunroof or moonroof open. Be wonderful outside. Now you're taking a live look this morning at traffic commuters. This is a live look from our news tracker Lex Stanfield. He is in the southbound lanes of I-35. We are starting to see a little bit of that commute pick up a little bit, but roads are looking good this morning. So just of course take it nice and slow if you're going to be driving this morning, and of course later on this evening. Well, time now is 6:50. Let's go ahead and take a look at our top national stories this morning. The Justice Department says it was informed by the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York and the FBI Wednesday that they have uncovered over 1 million more documents potentially related to the Jeffrey Epstein case. The DOJ stated it may take a few more weeks before revealing the documents.
It's pretty hard to beat this Christmas gift. The person won $1.8 billion for the Powerball yesterday. The winner from Arkansas now holds the game's second largest prize in U.S. history with a cash value of nearly $835 million. That's awesome.
I don't think that person will say they won it, but I think there'll be signs because they'll be going out and eating at all of these stops. Listen up. If you're looking to eat out for Christmas, you don't want to do any cooking, several major food chains will be open today. Waffle House, IHOP, Red Lobster, and Denny's will have their doors open, and many fast food chains will also have Christmas Day hours, including McDonald's, Wendy's, and some Dunkin' retailers. We might have to go and do a little News 9 morning show breakfast date. Yep. Well, stay with us. More news and weather is coming up right after the break.
Coming up on today's porch, Santa himself is stopping by the News 9 studio after his busy night. We'll make cookies, talk to him about his journey around the world. It's coming up this morning at 9 a.m. Don't miss it.
Oklahoma City, just be advised, William 902 will be 10-8 for the Santa Claus escort this year.
Well, the reindeer lead Santa, but the troopers are leading Rudolph. Check this out. Oklahoma High Patrol Trooper Ryan Griffith escorted Santa into Oklahoma City last night. He made sure to keep St. Nick and all of his reindeer safe while he continued to deliver toys throughout the metro. Now, we wanted to give a big thank you and a Merry Christmas to Trooper Griffith for making sure there were no problems last night.
Santa pictures. I'm so excited. Here's
look at
Amanda
that.
Sue, our producer. Megan
Who is
Gomez.
that
So cute.
Look at me.
Is Santa reading
And there
your
I
Christmas
am.
list?
Look at you!
Here I am.
Oh, I
No
love
teeth.
it.
Got the ponytail.
That
Oh my
outfit that
gosh.
I'm wearing, I mean, I don't know the temperature back on that day, but I could wear that now. I've
Yeah.
got short sleeves, baby.
Wow, so cute.
Awesome.
Look at you.
Love
No
her.
secrets
No
out.
tears.
I'm not a natural blonde. We got brown hair there.
Oh
You
my
heard it
gosh,
here
now
first.
they know. Hey, I want to take Link's one really quick. I have a really cool picture that I've taken, kind of stolen it from our sister station. This is Guthrie Green up in Tulsa. Check out how beautiful those lights are.
So pretty.
Spectacular. And we said it all morning long, but thank you so much for being with us here on your Christmas day. Of course, we'll have more for you throughout the day. Today's a warm one, record breaker.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry
We'll see you at
Christmas,
9 a.m.
everybody.
with Santa Claus.
I know him.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, Merry Christmas.